and welcome to the Purple Chair Podcast, my purple queendom and my unique little corner of the universe where I get to create magic. I'm Lara Labuda, your scissor wizard, your color alchemist, and lover of all things purple. And the Purple Chair is a cozy little hair salon located above my favorite metaphysical shop in Columbia, South Carolina. And yes, my chair is purple and my shears are purple. Welcome back after the world's longest break, because everyone's on pause right now. I don't even know what episode we are on. Episode 14. So welcome to episode 14. I'm so excited that you are back with me, and I'm so grateful that I'm able to get back to doing what I really, really love to do, which is kind of talk your ear off. So if you sat in my chair, you know I'm a talker. Sometimes I run behind because I'm talking so much, but I just love to chat with you guys. I never thought in a million years we would still be talking about the thing. The thing, the COVID thing that's still happening, the coronavirus thing. I thought for sure it was all going to be completely over by this point in my life. But it's not. It's still here. And our lives are totally and completely different right now. So I actually went 8 weeks without doing any hair. 8 weeks of no hair. Think about how often you get your hair cut. I have some people that come in like 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks. So like I literally did someone's hair and then they made their next appointment and I didn't work in between. It was so weird. It's so surreal to me, this whole close down. And I'm grateful that it was only 8 weeks because it could have been longer. And anyway, that's beside the point. They're closed in California again at this moment right now. And I believe New York now is closed. There's another state that's closed too, but I know in California they're doing hair outside. So we're all making do with the things that we need to make do with, which I kind of feel like my life is semi back to normal, like 90% back to normal. I obviously didn't have that big of a routine to begin with. I come to the shop, I do some hair, I go to dance a couple of days a week, and then I go home and I cook dinner, and then just kind of didn't realize that my routine was not as exciting as I thought it was. But the reason I think it's semi back to normal is because there's some changes that I've had to make along the way, like the wearing of the masks and limiting how many people are in the salons and trying to take care of everyone in the way that they need to be taken care of, because everyone is moving through this muck at a totally different speed. Some people are right back to work and never missed a beat. And then there are some people that are still working from home. Some people that are loving it, not loving it. Anyway, it's really put a lot of things into perspective for me. And I really think that my life has changed for the better because I've gotten to really think about what my priorities are. So my family and my self-care. You guys, I preach about self-care, but I really suck at trying to do it for myself. So the things that I've done are limiting my amount of time at the shop and working 4 days a week, which has been really nice. Because it makes me feel like I'm better able to serve the people that are in my chair, because I am taking care of myself the way I should be taking care of myself and the way I tell you to take care of yourself. And this whole situation seems completely and totally something so far out of our control that I'm a control person. That's why I created my own shop. I wanted to do things my way or the highway. Who sang that song? I feel like that's a Kid Rock song or someone like that. Anyway, but you can only control what you can control. I actually was listening to another hairdresser speak, Sam Villa. I don't know if you guys are hairdressers listening to me. If you're not a hairdresser, check him out. Sam Villa, he's a phenomenal hairdresser, educator. He's very positive. He says amazing things. But he said something that stuck with me through this entire situation. He said, you can only control what you can control. So the things that I can control are the way I take care of my body in the hopes that I never get this virus, but I'm going to be able to better take care of myself in fighting it off if it happens. So I'm trying to take care of myself. I've been going to the gym, I've been working out, I've been eating better. So those are the things that I can control. You know the other thing you can control? I'm just kidding. I'm not cutting my hair. You can cut your own hair. Have you ever cut your own bangs? I know you people are out there. I see you on the internet. You can cut your own hair. You could shave your head. Look, I don't judge a person for the things that they have to do. If you come in here, you get your hair done, you walk out in the parking lot and shave your head, guess what? That's up to you. Whatever. But there is no greater feeling of being in control than cutting your own hair. It's like the biggest rush of release in my life, which is probably why I love to cut my own hair. I don't go crazy though, okay? Don't go crazy on me. And if you need to cut your own bangs because you're at home, I'm going to teach you how to do it properly and give you some pointers. But over this close down, I had several people ask me about box coloring their own hair. And if is it really worth the box color? So, the things that I noticed during the quarantine, however you want to define that, and who remembers the great toilet paper, what's the word? Oh, the great toilet paper fiasco. The no one has any toilet paper because we're all going to run out of rump ribbon. But did you happen to check the hair color aisle while you were trying to hoard all that toilet paper? I bet you didn't because you're a smart person and you're not coloring your hair at home. But if you were down that hair color aisle, it's just as empty as the toilet paper aisle is. And I was looking, I'm going to pull this up, hang on. I was reading an article about the coronavirus impact and hair dye, which, don't get me started. We have to use proper terms. We color hair and we dye Easter eggs. Hair dye becoming the next high demand item amid COVID-19 pandemic. This is back in April, so I can't even remember April to save my life. Anyway, at the end here, it says the research firm Nielsen says of hair coloring products are up 23% from the same time last year. Other hair care items are also big sellers. This one got me though. Nielsen says that hair clipper sales have increased by more than 160%. That is so fascinating. That means during the close down, your look is still super important to you. I know we're not doing the face-to-face seeing meeting thing, but we're still meeting virtual and people are still looking at each other. So I understand that your look is so important. I mean, I watched the news lady's roots grow out. I could tell that she was putting some kind of spray or something on there. She was trying really hard not to cheat on her hairdresser. The weatherman, I could tell that he was doing his own haircut at home because his fade is always on point, like super extra on point. But during the no hair salons, his fade was a little rough. And I keep saying in 1920, alcohol was illegal. In 2020, getting your hair cut was illegal. How crazy is that? I know you guys heard about all the people getting arrested for doing hair. So that to me tells me that hairdressers are essential. So essential. So also in the same article here, I thought this was really fascinating too, because I made a podcast all about how to use all of your cleaning products. When the first shopping wave happened during the week ending March 7th, that's when Nielsen data showed hand sanitizer sales going up 470% from the year before, while aerosol disinfectants sales soared 385%. I'm sure you guys know how much I love my Lysol. So, back to the box color. I told you, I'm not judging you if you are using box color. I can't even call it box dye. And we'll get into why it doesn't work for everyone. It's like a one size fits all sock. Like, I have small feet, and my friends with big feet are not going to wear my socks. It's not going to work for them. So I have my own personal box color horror story. I turned my hair blue. So I grew up with a mom who is a hairdresser. She's phenomenal, but growing up in her house, I'm like, yeah, I know everything there is to know about hair because I'm a teenager and I know everything. So I had this really cool blonde pieces in the front because I thought I was Rogue from X-Men. And it started to grow out and it started to look a little unkept. So I'm like, I'm just going to dye it all black. So I don't want to ask my mom to do it because she's really busy. And I got to forge my own way in this world. So I went down the aisle and I grabbed a box of blue black. Do you know where this is going? I slathered that sucker all over my head. I was covered in blue black hair color. It was everywhere. It was a mess. Remember those blonde pieces in the beginning right here? Yep. They were neon freaking blue. Neon freaking blue. Neon blue. It was awful. And at the time I worked at Starbucks and they were like, you can't have blue hair. Anyway, so box color is not suited for everyone. In fact, I had this one customer who bought a box of hair color from the CVS that was right next to where I was working. And she took it home. She put it on. But she didn't check that the package was sealed properly. So what she thought was blonde was actually red. Well, that's mistake number one, right? So she comes in with this bright red hair, like fire engine horrendous red. And she wanted to be blonde. Well, you know what? I can't take you there in one day, sister. So it's a process. So when you use that box color, when you commit to it, you better commit to it. So what's the difference between box color and professional color? Well, first and foremost, box color tends to come with a part A and a part B. And you mix it together and you slap it on. So in there, I don't even know what they put in there. It's mystery magic to me. But it's a developer and a color, which makes it an oxidative color. So that means that the air oxidizes the color, and that's what deposits the color in this whole science stuff that I absolutely love. When it comes to box color, I cannot recommend one to you because I don't know what's in them. So when you come to me, I specifically formulate your color for what your outcome is, the goals, your needs, your hair type, your hair texture. It's super specific and it's super suited to you, and it's not something you can just go snag off the shelf at a store. And this always kills me too. When I go down the aisle, I just kind of want to stick my card in all of the boxes and see if someone, will, help someone out. Actually, there's one time I was in the box color aisle because I have to go look, you guys. I can't not look at it. And I saw these two girls walking down the aisle. So I run around to the aisle behind it, and they're standing. I can hear them. They're looking, what should I get? What should I do? And I yell over the top, don't do it. It's going to mess your hair up. This is a true story. And we have our resident kitty. Pause for the cause. We have a shop cat downstairs, in case you didn't know. She likes to come up and say hello. Can you hear that? I love it. Okay. All right, Mrs. Kitty. We're doing some work. Box color. It's super customized when you come into the hair salon. We specifically formulate it for the outcome. Oh, this is what I was talking about. Have you ever picked it up, right? And you look on the side and it says if you have dark hair, it could look like this. If you have light hair, it could look like this. That is like the biggest joke I've ever seen in my life. Don't listen to it. It's a lie. So I'm going to tell you some of the common mistakes I see if you choose to use a box color and your hair salon is still closed down or you can't get in. You have to do what you have to do. No judgment here. So if you're going to do it, I'm going to give you some pointers. I can't believe I'm saying this. Number one most common mistake that I see is missed areas. This cracks me up. If you're going to color your hair at home, make sure you do all of it. Like all over your head, not all over your hair. I'll get to that one next. But I can't tell you the people that just come in for a haircut that only like color from here forward and then forget about this. It's so funny. I go to split their hair in the back and I'm like, oh, hey, you know what? They don't see it, so it's not hurting them. Just make sure you color all over your head, but not all over your hair, because eventually that over processing is going to damage and break your hair off. So what I mean by all over your hair is when you get that box of color and you run it from root all the way down to your ends, think about how often those ends are getting colored. You're just constantly putting chemical after chemical after chemical on it. Look, you can only take so much. You have to be gentle with your hair. It's like the meme that's like, I put box black on my hair for the last 15 years. Can I go platinum blonde in a day? No, we can cut it off. You can start again because you've just jammed that chemical into the bottom of your hair and it's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. I know. It hurts my heart too. So why should you even go to have it done at... This is hysterical. I'm sorry. So why should you even go to the hair salon to get your hair colored when you can just go buy a box at the store? Well, make it part of your self-care routine. You should be filling your cup before you fill anyone else's cup up, because you are your most important person and you are going to be able to take care of you. So self-care is so important. Take time out of your day, take time out of your schedule, come get your hair done, relax with a lavender towel, all the good stuff. You should have it done because it can be super customized to what it is that you want. So if you come in with an idea and you have your goals, I can get you there keeping the integrity of your hair intact, keeping it healthy and shiny and beautiful. And that brings me to number 3. Your hair is properly maintained when you come to the hair salon to have your hair colored professionally. We can see what's going on and we're taking care of it for you. So like I said, I'm never going to judge anyone for having to do what is right for them. So if you have to use box color, don't put it all over your hair unless you're changing the color. Anyway. So I want to know, have you ever tried box color? Do you have a story? Kind of like my blue hair debacle. I want to hear from you. And I want to know, was using the box color worth it? So don't forget to follow me across all of my social medias, Facebook, Instagram, and my website, thepurplechairsalon.com. Thanks, and have the best day ever. Oh, Valkyrie, pretty baby. This is Kitty. She says, I don't want my picture taken. Okay. Oh. Be careful. Say hi to everyone.